So there's a painter in the Netherlands named Bart van Pollenen. Now, he's a painter now, but before he was a painter, he was a boxer. And so because he was a boxer, he has an interesting way to paint. What he does is he takes canvases and he wraps a punching bag with these canvases. Then he puts on his boxing gloves, he dips them in paint, and he begins to punch these canvases. And while that may sound like an interesting way to paint, his paintings sell for upward of $1,500 each. He punches a canvas, and what is created is something beautiful. You know, sometimes in life, we may feel like we are getting beaten up. We may feel like we are being punched, we are being hit from every angle, and yet God can take even the struggles in our life, God can take even the suffering in our life, and He can create something beautiful. So let me just pause right here and say this. Beauty can come from the suffering. Beauty can come from the suffering. Beauty can come from the pain. We may not always understand why we're going through a struggle. We may not always understand why there is a particular suffering in our life. But even when we don't understand why we have this struggle, even when we don't understand why we have this suffering in our life, what we can do is simply trust God. We can trust that God can use even the struggles, that God can use the sufferings for His glory and for our good. Beauty can come from the suffering. Paul